It's Jennifer from Soul Source Tarot, and I am here to do the daily vibes for around the, well, I don't know, the date. Let's look at the date. Well, could be the 14th, could be the 15th, could be the 16th. You know, the timing is fluid, right? Let's see if the cat has decided he's going to move. What are you going to do? Let me help you just a little. Okay. And I'm going to shut the door. So I'm sorry for the delays and the interruptions, but it's all part of the reading, right? It is. Interruptions, delays. Okay. Let's get moving. This is all part of the reading. Keep that in mind, right? Let's get things all figured out. Let's get things done. Let's take our time doing it so we can do it right. What do we have for a message today? Let's say that this is for the 14th. Right around there. Right around there. Well, Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a messenger. Typically it's good news. Offer or an invite. Maybe it's already came. Maybe the offer invite has already came or good news has came. This news can lead you in a new direction that is exciting. You know, it's exciting to you. It's something that is more adventurous. It's more aligned. Okay, it may be a perfect match in some way. This message has already come, I think. But, you know, I don't know. Three of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed is something not working out. Lack of teamwork. We got somebody here is not doing a very good job. They're not really focused on doing what was asked, or they're not following the plans. Typically the Three of Pentacles reversed, there could be somebody here that is kind of like hired for a job, or it could be like a subcontractor type of situation. Like perhaps this is an artist, right? That has some sort of skills. This is just an example. Has some skills. They were sought out to create a masterpiece on this window, right? So there's plans here. These two people that sought this person out had some sort of plans. And they had this vision, right, of what they wanted. They gave it to the person. The person was like, yeah, I can do that. I can do it exactly how you envision. Kind of like when you go to the hairdresser and you tell them, and you have a vision for your hair. You even bring them a printout, right? And you show them the printout. You get done with your haircut and it doesn't look like anything that you had presented. That's what we got here. Okay, so we have somebody here that said they could do something, or they said they were going to do something and they're not doing it. Maybe they don't show up, or they don't do it to the way that they said they were going to do it, or they're not interested. You know, the whole hiring was a scheme, right? You know, to them, to the person on that side, right? The one that said they wanted it, or they had the skills or whatever, and they just you know, they're not doing what they said they were going to do for one reason or another. So anyway, there could be some sort of disagreement, I would say, due to one's inability to follow through with what was planned. There could be somebody here that just lacks respect for others as well. Five of Swords reversed. Very interesting. Five of Swords reversed can be extreme hostilities. You may have somebody here that's very spiteful, very revengeful, very mean-spirited. You know, they want to win at all costs. They don't care who they hurt. I mean, the Five of Swords in reverse can be extreme hostilities, can be extreme manipulation, lies, could be slander, could be abuse of power, manipulation, cruelty in some way. We have somebody here that is unwilling to compromise. They're unwilling to consider anybody else's needs. I want to say their needs, their ways, or their plans. There's definitely some sort of abuse of power here. I feel like we have somebody here that's mentally dysfunctional. Hangman. Hangman. This is somebody that there's some sort of self-sacrifice. Somebody's sacrificing themselves for a belief or to prove a point. They've put themselves in this position. It is definitely a manipulative position. This is somebody that sees themselves as very strong, as very determined, and is very set in their ways, put it that way. This is somebody that, you know, really is trying to prove something, prove a point in some way. There's definitely some sort of communication issues. There's some sort of spitefulness or revenge or wanting to prove, definitely. I think a message has already came, this message has something to do with a severing of ties. Whatever the message is. It appears to be good news, believe it or not. It leads somebody in a new direction. This could be, I don't know, sometimes it can be a compromise, but it doesn't feel like it with the Three of Pentacles reversed. Because the Three of Pentacles reversed is lack of teamwork, it's lack of communication, it's lack of appreciation. So I feel like we have somebody here that is being very mean, very cruel, very spiteful. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is typically a quick departure, a sudden departure, sudden exit, leaving something very, very quickly. This is quite matter of fact. It's just like leaving behind some sort of situation where there's some sort of hold, put it that way. There's some sort of manipulation. Leaving it behind, walking away. There is some sort of severing of ties here. This message does have something to do with leaving or severing ties, or there could be a third-party situation here as well, where somebody's hanging on to something, a third-party situation, or hanging on to something that's causing strife, causing power struggles. There's definitely some sort of manipulation here. Woo! Star card reverse. This is feeling hopeless. This is feeling defeated. Oh my God, why is this happening? This is not what I asked for. There's lack of faith. There's no faith. There's helplessness or hopelessness. Maybe some poor health. Maybe even shame. This is hanging on to something that is not bringing wish fulfillment. It's not bringing happiness. It's not bringing a success. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is about happiness. It is about wish fulfillment. It's about emotional fulfillment and success. Is that we do have a major completion here. So this has something to do with a relationship that, you know, somebody is hanging on to. That it feels like it's an illusion. It's like this is an illusion of a happy family, a happy relationship. They're hanging on to it. It's not working out. Okay, it's not working out. Somebody's not living up. They're not doing what they said they were going to do. Okay, they painted a picture, even though there was a picture. It's like when I mentioned the hair, it's like they painted a picture that, you know, they wanted the happily ever after. This is what they wanted, right? They painted, but it's not turning out as projected. It's kind of like it is some sort of projection. There's abuse, there's mental abuse, there's verbal abuse, there could even be physical abuse. Somebody's hanging on to the relationship, even though the expectations of wish fulfillment they're not being met. This isn't really what I asked for, even though it does have, in quotation marks, the label of happy relationship. Okay, there's a lack of emotional fulfillment. This is a period of well, I think right now I think we have somebody here that's seeing something, so it's like a disillusionment. I think there's been a period of illusionment, but I feel like it's going through it. I don't think it's all there yet. I don't think somebody's completely. I do think that we have an awakening, but I think that we have somebody here that is really struggling to let go of a relationship that is not bringing wish fulfillment, everything that they hoped for. I think that, you know, they basically gave somebody the job, whether it's actually the actual work job or it's the relationship job or whatever it is. And now there's abuse, there's a manipulation, there's maybe it was just lust, maybe it was yeah, it was lust. Eight of Swords reversed. We've been having that a lot in the last couple readings I've done. I did one for Patreon as well, so I think they had it as well. Eight of Swords reversed is removing restrictions. Somebody has been restricted, probably by fear, by lies, by fear of being taken down, or fear of abuse, or fear of getting hurt, or maybe their own mental inability to accept the truth, victim mentality. There's definitely been a lot of lies and manipulation here. And I think it started very fun. It started with a spark, right? This was a spark. It was sudden. However this started up, it was exciting in the beginning. Okay, maybe it was a exciting, flirtatious. It could have been some sort of message that got somebody all pumped up with the Page of Wands. It's like, ooh, this feels good. This is exciting. This has got somebody's boiling. You know, it's like, ooh, that kind of thing. Like, gotta run for it, gotta go for it, and then it immediately jumps into some sort of form of manipulation and abuse or whatever, and a trap. It's kind of like a trap. So I do feel like we have somebody here that has been thinking about going somewhere, thinking about leaving this trap or this prison or this situation that, you know, somebody isn't living up to what they signed up for. You know, they signed up for it. They're not following the plan, whatever. I feel like there's definitely some sort of resentment and fear that has been holding someone back. Definitely fear-based. Two of Wands reversed is held back by fear, choosing to stay in a mundane situation that has no potential for growth, has no real passion. It's dying out. It's burning out. It's very dark. It's gloomy. You look at the cards. They're gloomy. Okay, started out on fire. It started out as hot and passionate, whatever. And now it's just like it's gloomy. It's dark. I feel like trapped in prison. It's heavy. It's not wish fulfillment. It's not what was hoped for. It feels like it's a sacrifice. There is a sacrifice. Somebody could be sacrificing themselves for a belief. These two together can be beliefs. It can be a fantasy. You know, it can literally be a fantasy. Somebody's being held back by thoughts, by beliefs, by ego as well. They are hanging on to a relationship that portrays itself to be, you know, a happy relationship, but they're thinking about leaving. There could be a spur-of-the-moment departure with these two cards together, a spur-of-the-moment break. You know, this is like breaking free. It's like a break. Oh, well, we do have the Three of Wands, which is a good omen, okay? This means that the future looks bright. This is focusing on the future. This is taking a big step, making a definite decision, leaving something behind. As here, there's been indecision. There's been staying put in that mundane situation where and it's going back. It keeps going back to the victim mentality, to the trap, to the abuse. Okay, somebody's been hanging on to the situation. Now we have the point of no return. Okay, this is where somebody decides, they literally decide, okay, I'm going to refocus, I'm leaving, I'm going somewhere, I'm focusing on the future. Now something could be coming in that somebody's been waiting for, that it helps them to leave, or somebody may be just making the decision to leave, to go somewhere, to travel, to expand their horizons. Okay, so I would say be prepared, because something is coming, or somebody is leaving. Okay, something is coming that may help somebody to break free, right, from whatever it is. This may also be something that's just making a decision to go, to travel, to leave, something like that. somebody is seeing that something is not what they hoped for, what they wished for, and they're turning their back on some sort of relationship, whatever relationship it is, that has held them back. It has held them back. They're ready. This is a readiness. This is somebody that's got their bags packed. They're ready to go. They're ready to fly. The decision has been made. So there could be a relocation. This is somebody that has big plans for the future. They've been stuck in a mindset. There's been manipulation. There's been abuse. There's been hostilities. It started out hot, but not anymore. Good luck. Sudden departure.